What's up and welcome to the bike check of my beautiful 2019, I think, Transition Sentinel. Now, as you may be able to tell, this bike is a little bit different color than any of their production models, and that's because this is a pretty special bike right here. This is my own art, my own artistic venture that I put into this bike, and it's it's looking sick and I like it. But we'll take a closer look. We'll dive into the paint or what's covering the bike. We'll take a look. So basically, what I did to my entire bike was took it all apart, took all the parts off, all the suspension, everything, cleaned it really well, and then just plasticated my whole entire bike frame. So that's why it looks so freaking sick. But it's also, well, it's kind of peeling off. I think I'm gonna make a video too on how to plasticate your bike frame. This entire thing only costed me like 15 bucks maybe, and some time. But it's a sick way to make your bike stand out, and I like it. And it protects it. So next up, we're gonna work our way through the bike. What's on it? Or let's start front back. So we'll start up here and we'll move our way back. So here is the 2019 RockShox Lyric with 150 mils of travel. I run it about 15% sag, 15 to 20, pretty hard in the front. And yeah, I like to keep it so it floats me, keeps me up, you know, through deep loam. I like it, it's nice. Got the compression and whatnot, and yeah, it's good. Next up, we got the Minion DH on the front, up on some E13 rims, some pretty weak rims here, but they're stock, you know. Don't have money to drop on a nice wheel set, but yeah, I did this custom little thing on the Maxxis where I colored in the M's with yellow paint pen, because if your Maxxis tire doesn't have yellow, you know, it's probably not as cool of a tire, so that's why I did that. These are laced up to some Novatech hubs. And yeah, the front wheel hasn't had any problems. It's been good for me. Unlike the rear, which is the same rim, but yeah. Before we move up into the cockpit, just want to shout out this old sick Fender from Mr. Lost. I've had this thing since day one. Now the Lost Go. Probably seen his YouTube channel. It's huge. He's freaking awesome. I love that dude, Mike Randall. If you're gonna take your business anywhere in Bellingham, take it to that shop. They're good people. But got his old Fender on there, and it's sick. Now we're gonna hop into probably the coolest part of my whole bike. These sweet ride Tenet bars and stem. Super sweet carbon bars here. Uncut, so they're fully 800 mils. Nice carbon. I'm CNC'd heads or a stem, which is super sick. And yeah, we got the 35 mil rise on here. Pretty short stem. It feels freaking great. Jumps good, corners well. And it looks even better. So shout out to our boys at Tenet. Tyler, thank you, much appreciated, and it looks fire. Go buy it, I'll link the description. This stuff's the best in the Northwest. Next up, we'll move on to the brakes. We got some Code R's here, completely stock. I put a couple new sets of pads in there. Never bled them though, and I've had them for like a year. I like the way they feel. Not bad. Pretty scratched up because I crashed, and that's why they're not super high quality brakes. But they do it. They stop me sometimes. I sometimes go off the trail. But yeah, they're good. They're super sick. And we got the sickest stuff here. We got this Mr. Lost Special, the heat shrinked cable housing. And that looks nice. That is sick as well. Next up, we're going to be talking about this part of the bike, this whole section here. Starting at the top, we got a WTP Silverado. Got this seat at the Lost Co. after I broken 3 in a row. Super sick seat. It's cheap. I don't know how much it was, but it was cheap. I remember being like, dang, okay, this is sick. WTB, it's black, it's cool. I don't know, it's a seat. Feels good on my butt, I guess. Reverb here, internal routing, you know. The reverb, it actually hasn't had any problems with it. Like, it doesn't sink, it's nice, you know, surprisingly. And then we got a Tennant sticker, which is sick. And Fox DPX2 right here. It's got a pretty good amount of rebound, don't know the clicks. But it's also pretty hard. I like to run my suspension hard and reboundy. It's really nice. And then working our way down, we got our XT pedals right here, clipless pedals. Pedals I really like. They're lighter than the SLXs, a little more expensive, but I'm pretty sure my mom bought them, so thanks, Mom. Super sick pedals. Don't ride flats. Probably won't start riding flats. Love clipless, and I really like these pedals. Alright, let's move on a little bit further down the bike. Now we're gonna jump into the mech back here. It's pretty insane, the rear wheel, the rear rubber. You know, you're gonna learn about it, the chain and condition. And yeah, let's dive in. So what we got going on here, is we got a GX derailleur here, Eagle. That means 12 gears. It's a lot of gears. Got the nice big cassette on here. The derailleur is slightly broken. This pin comes up and down. I gotta re-push it in like that. It's pretty intact. Actually, no, it's not. It's shifting terribly. My derailleur is definitely broken, but I don't want to pay for a new derailleur, and it kind of works. So we'll get over it. So we got the derailleur. It's good. GX SRAM or SRAM. I don't know. Not one of those dudes who gets into it. We got the Minion DH R2 in the back. It's a 29 by 2.3, got a 2.5 in the front, a little bit narrower in the back. But yeah, it's absolutely sick. I get good grip. Did the same thing with the M, colored that shiz in with my paint pen. And yeah, got this DT Swiss EX511 in the back, or 511. I broke about 3 of the wheels that came on this bike, the E13 TRSs. I broke about 3 of those, and then finally dimed up and actually got a good wheel, and this thing is killer. Let me tell you, killer. It is awesome. I've been just harping on it, going hard. It survived Whistler, and it's straight as an arrow, and it's sick. It's sick. Got it at the Losco. They can do sweet wheel builds. They did this all for me within like 2 days, so it's really good. Got the Novatech hub in the back. Sounds not too bad, but yeah, not much engagement. It's, you know, stock stuff, guys. Don't have a lot of money to pimp the whip, you know. But yeah, it's absolutely fire. It's absolutely gas. So that was my bike. I hope you guys enjoying that little tour of what I ride when I go make these videos and have fun. So yeah, I'll probably do some bike checks of like Talus's bike and Devin's bike if people like them, and it was good fun making. I think it'll be some good editing. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video, I guess.